I'm broken. So we're going to do the Honest Hearts DLC today. However, there's something that must happen first. Gotta take my stress out. We have to remove our stress, our anguish, our despair, our suffering. And there's only one way to do that, and that's by slaughtering the Legion. It's the only way that I know how to decompress in a somewhat healthy manner. So, yeah. Hope we're all doing well, though. And I must say, I am a bit broken. Somewhat. But hey, what can we do? That's right, not a daggone thing. So this is our boy, Pistol Pete. In addition to us siding with the NCR and being an NCR simp, this is a pistol only challenge. Ballistic pistols only. So no plasma, laser, none of that. I was hoping I'd have, I don't know. I was hoping I'd have a Legion thing to just take them out. I don't know. I am broken. I don't know. We'll kill some fiends or something so we can feel good about ourselves. And then we're going to get into the Honest Hearts DLC straight away after that. Look at this Chad up here, dude. Absolutely devastated. But at the same time, I expect this. I fully expect nothing and hope for the best. I'm doing my best to not allow my sports team to ruin my life for the next 4 months. It's just an inevitable thing. When you are a passionate sports fanatic, because that's what fan is short for. It's short for the word fanatic. We will also be altering our schedule, though. We'll probably use Sunday as kind of like a rest day, or like an off day from
word is you're getting popular in the strip.
Whatever the hell this is called, streaming. Just so I can watch a bit of ball and, you know, not stream every day. Which I don't mind doing it, but it's sometimes you just don't want to do it. Besides, it's not like we're being paid for it. And even those ladies and gents, they take days off. So, yeah. We're not going to start any of the main, like, longer quests. We're just going to do the stuff with the fiends. We're going to take them out. Don't really care about the cash. I just want to take some people out so I can feel good about myself. Yo, where is this? Where's the guy? Where's the major? Or whoever the hell he is. Hope we all had a good weekend, though. Mine was all right. I didn't really do too much or didn't do anything really exciting. Watched a bit of football. Streamed a ton. These VODs are gonna be crazy because they're so fucking long.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for nuclear winter.
Yeah. I mean, like, am I drunk? The guy's usually either posted up front or he's by these doors. Fallout New Vegas. Don't do this to me, please. I am begging you. I implore you to not fuck me. Here he is, you son of a bitch.
If it's bad news, you can take it up with the Colonel. If it's good news, it better involve some dead fiends.
You're having trouble with the fiends.
Damn right I am. And I'm paying bounties. I've got 3 fiends I want dead, and I don't give a goddamn how it gets done. That sound like something that interests you?
You're goddamn right, brother.
Good. That's damn good. I figure it's about time we got lucky out here, so maybe you can snuff one of these maniacs. First one calls herself Violet. God knows why. The name is the prettiest thing about her. Spends most of her time with a pack of vicious dogs. Then there's Driver Nafai. He's fast and he's brutal. Killed about a dozen of my men with a goddamn driver iron. Hence his name. And finally, Cook. Rapist, pyromaniac, and damn good chef if you believe the fiends we've captured. Probably the craziest of the lot. I'm not gonna feed you any bullshit. These aren't your common Vegas trash.
Yeah, dude. In other words, the NCR is full of pathetic soldiers that can't take out druggies. That's all he had to say. He didn't have to elaborate any more than that. But instead, the man kept going. Yeah, we're going to do this just to blow off some steam. So we can feel good. And we can actually enjoy the Honest Hearts DLC. Instead of feeling broken on the inside. We have some friends nearby.
When I find you, I'm gonna eat your spleen. When I find you, I'm gonna eat. You thought you could hide from me?
You're gonna do what to me, you piece of shit? None of you deserve to have rights.
You're gonna eat my spleen? You're gonna eat my spleen?
We're gonna take out all 3 at once. That way we don't have to go back and forth. This is the most efficient way to do it.
You like the sight of your own blood?
Do you like the sight of yours? Because you're the one getting fucked up, ma'am.
Oh.
What quest do I actually have on? Okay. Just making sure. Alright. So we're gonna take out Cook, Driver Defy, and Violet. Pretty sure and it's gonna be in that exact order. And in my opinion, this is the best way to do it.
You like the sight of your own blood?
Actually, yes, I do. How did you know? You must be a prophet. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I just break your concentration, you piece of shit? Yeah, Cook was tough. One of the greatest battles of all time. I don't even know why I'm taking their gear. I have no use for it. When in truth, it would just weigh me down. One down, 2 to go. I guess you could do Violet first. In fact, yeah, you kind of have to, I guess. Because the other one's right over there. You fought well. Your family should be very proud of you.
You like the sight of your own blood?
Do you? Do you like the sight of your own blood, ma'am? Accept your fate. Let's see, let's repair some of this crap. Lighten our load. We don't have much food. It's really just stim packs. It's not a bad thing, but... having food is nice. Allows you to save said stim packs for a very rainy day. Cough, cough. Lonely road. Or lonesome. Sad road. The road with the damn death claws and the marked man and Ulysses and all the terror and horror. It's not a happy place, I tell you that. You gotta be on some serious shit to just sprint towards somebody that has a gun with a knife. With their leader taken out, it seems they are not demoralized. Hello, sir. Give me your drugs. All of your drugs. Not gonna lie, this is kind of therapeutic. It makes me feel pretty good about myself just to take these guys out for a bit of fun.
Sight of your own blood.
You like the sight of your own blood?
Hello, sir. Do you like the sight of yours? Mwah! We don't particularly, like, need any caps. But I am going to take everybody's stuff. There's nothing wrong with having more ammunition, healing supplies, etc. In that regard, you can truly never have too much. Still being over encumbered is impressive. Alright, we're good now. Until we just loot one corpse. Then we're back in the same situation, but all is well. You can get the long haul perk. Like, if this is something that you do a lot, like let's say you have a specific kind of role play that you're going for, then by all means, do whatever the heck it is that you want to do. Follow your dreams. Don't let anyone tell you different. Okay. So all that junk. Maybe did I pick up one piece of food? Some dirty water. That will do. So now we have all of their heads and we can go back. Get our reward. I guess we'll do that. Then go to the gun runners, sell it, do the DLC. I would like you folks to keep me to it, but I created a channel on YouTube for this. I'm not going to be able to do like dual streaming yet. Pretty sure you have to be like... It depends on the streaming platform as well. Because like sometimes you have to pay for like Ultra or blah 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 to be able to multi-stream. But I might start streaming there at some point, but I will put our VODs there. Because I know folks sometimes don't want to watch VODs on like Twitch. Like me, I prefer to watch people's VODs on YouTube, so we are going to do it. And we got a level out of that. Look at that. Okay. So the big thing here is kind of in my head, I am preparing for Lonesome Road. That is almost exactly like what I'm basing this build off of. So we got 100 in guns during the previous DLC because I was struggling against robotic enemies. You don't have very many options for pistols against them unless you're using laser plasma, which I'm not doing in this challenge. So I think the next step is to get a higher medicine skill that would be good. Stim packs will be able to do a ton of healing. We're also going to need our survival to be maxed at some point. But since medicine is already pretty high, we're going to go with that. Cannibal might... We might have to do this. Maybe. But the problem with doing cannibal is you lose karma every time you do it. And we're trying to be a good person, so... Purifier might... Well, no. That is melee weapons against them. That's why it's important to read these. Fast metabolism might be good as well. Toughness, yeah, let's just get the second tier of that. Get it out of the way. Being tankier is always good. It's always a good thing.
Welcome, sir or madam.
You don't have many caps, so that's not gonna work. Strike arms and caravan. Surely you folks have money. Where's Blake? Where's my boy?
McLafferty's a hard boss, but she knows what she's doing.
Did he just sprint outside? Like, are you late for work? Okay, understandable.
If you're looking to buy or sell, you've come...
Okay, buddy. Whatever you say, friend. Doesn't have very many weapons. We'll take a 9mm so we can repair Maria ourselves. I will take all the ammunition. Literally all of the ammunition is mine. Now let's drop some weight. I'm gonna get rid of this recon armor. Could be useful, but I don't think so. We do have that like Chinese stealth suit from Old World Blues, so if we want to be sneaky, we'll just wear that. Alright, we have a very light inventory, which we do need to have a light pack for that. So I suppose I can stop at maybe one or two more merchants just to get some stim packs. Maybe some healing supplies. Hello, sir.
Hey there. Need anything?
Yes, I do. Oh, wow. You don't have much, do you, buddy? It's alright. I understand. Times are rough. Hello, ma'am. What do you have?
What can I do for you?
So I think we can all agree that this lady is not a doctor, right? So what do you think? Like, she read a couple of books? And that's the extent of her medical experience and knowledge? That seems to be the case to me. Maybe I'm wrong, but I doubt that I'm wrong. I just have a good feeling about this, is all. Alright. Let's get rid of Maybe everything except energy cells. Then as far as miscellaneous items go, I don't think I had much. Yeah, we're good.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Let's go to Cliff. See what our boy has for us. I don't think I'm going to go to Doc, Mitchell, and Good Springs. I thought about it, but We want the DLC, do we not? And the DLC is what we will get.
Welcome. Come on in.
Sir, please.
I don't know if you know, but since Jeannie Mae passed, I've been keeping an eye on her properties for her. I think... Sure thing. Have a look.
Now, Cliff sometimes has some really cool stuff. Like, that katana is pretty badass. But that's nothing that we really want. And that'll do it. We'll pick up a bit of ammo, but... Okay, we're good. To the northern passage we go. What's the closest point? One of these two. That's fine. No worries. The first time that I played this DLC, I kind of rushed through it. And I wish I hadn't. Like, I wish I didn't do all of those quests, like, just like back to back. I probably want to explore a little more. Particularly because I've only done this DLC one time. In fact, every DLC, minus Old World Blues, which is now 2, I've only done them once. So... I think it's to the left. I want to say it was 100 pounds or less that you have to, like, that has to be your weight, I think.
Howdy, friend. Heard my little broadcast, did you? Yeah, you look the type.
Tell me more about the job.
The job is simple. Help us get this caravan in design and find new Canaan. The pay is 25 caps per day. Half up front, half on return. You'll get a bonus if we make it in design. plus another bonus if we reach New Canaan. Oh, one more thing. Don't mention the name Joshua Graham to anyone. Anyone.
Who is Joshua Graham, and why wouldn't I talk about him? Or why shouldn't I?
Just don't. It makes the new Canaanites powerful uncomfortable, and it scares the britches off the tribals. Don't talk about the Burn Man either while you're at it. Trust me on this one. It's for your own good.
Tell me about Happy Trails Caravan Company, Mr. Masterson.
We're a smaller company out of Sacktown, up in the northern part of the NCR. We run some business through New Reno. They're on the Little Loop. Had a nice run to Salt Lake City, too, but then we lost contact with New Canaan, and that went all to hell.
Why can't you get to Salt Lake City?
Without New Canaan's mission in Zion, the only ways to Salt Lake City are down the old I-80, or up through Ogden. The highway's too risky. NCR's rangers are so busy here in the Mojave, they don't have the manpower to keep the raiders off. Ogden's just too far. We'd lose more in travel expenses than we'd ever earn.
What can you tell me about New Canaan?
Don't know much about the place, but I can tell you about the people. The New Canaanites were some kind of religious group from before the war. They control the old city of Ogden, a ways north of Zion, and they got themselves a nice defensible mission in the canyon itself. Or they did. They trade a fair bit with the tribes in Zion. Well, the ones that don't try to kill them anyways.
You don't know what happened to their mission?
Nope. Hence this caravan. If we don't make contact with the New Canaanites, Happy Trails might as well just shrivel up and die.
Do you know anything about their religion?
I ain't a praying man myself. They paid for their goods and dealt square with us. That's all I ever cared about. But don't think that just because they're religious, that they're pacifists. They take care of their own, and they're damn fine marksmen, too. Shoot.
I understand this caravan is headed to Zion. What can you tell me about the area?
Well, I ain't never been inside myself. Did some trading with the New Canaanites from their mission there, but that was all on the outskirts. All the old ways in and out were destroyed after the war, but we got ourselves the location of a pass the New Canaanites use. That's our way in. That's why I wanted someone with a Pip-Boy on the caravan. The map will be helpful for checking the topography, keeping us on the trail.
I haven't been through Utah recently. What's the situation like?
Well, it ain't good, I'll tell you that. It's not like the Mojave or the NCR. Hell, even Arizona under Caesar is safer. You got raiders all over the damn place. Tribes of degenerates that'll eat you as soon as look at you. Regional warlords, the works. Not too many decent places to stop and trade. New Canaan's one of the only ones left I know about.
Tell me about the raiders.
They're about what you'd expect. Crazy, jacked up on chems, violent as hell, and not too bright. The worst of the 80s, but we won't be passing through their turf on this run.
Degenerate tribes.
That's right. The folks that lived in Zion before the war, they didn't just get a little savage. They're downright feral. Most of them don't even speak English anymore. You've got to get yourself a new Canaanite translator to talk to them. The ones you really gotta watch out for are the Whitelegs from the Great Salt Lake. They'll attack just about anyone that ain't one of theirs.
Warlords. How dangerous are they?
Dangerous enough we won't be going near them if we can help it. I got no desire for my head to decorate some
That's a
little
pretty big
gas
cock.
station Fort's walls, thanks.
39 centimeters is serious.
Shoot.
Well, that's all for now, but I'll be back.
Yeah, reckon you will.
Oh, it's 75 pounds or less. That is... Okay, we have to dump 12 pounds. We can put it in here, though. So... Or is there a second crate? Yeah, no. We need to lose 12 pounds. Now let's think about this. The steak can go. All the purified water. I'd venture to say my weapon repair kits. They can go. 2 more pounds. My first recon beret can go. Then I can repair a revolver. I added 1 or 2 new commands, Emilia. Maybe it might interest you. Perhaps. So now we can pick up 3 pounds. So let's take a steak, 2 of these. I want to talk to these people first, though. Because you're not really going to get a chance to talk to them later.
Looking to join this caravan, huh? Look to me like you can handle yourself.
Rigged is perfect for, like, if you lose a gamba. God damn it. There you go.
This is why you're a mod. Thank you. Thank you.
What are you doing here?
Earning my keep. Jed hired me on as a caravan guard for this expedition of his. The work suits me. I've tried staying put in one place, but it never works out. Grew up in New Reno, and I couldn't put that snake pit behind me fast enough. Then I wound up wasting the prime of my life playing sheriff in Caliente. Little town north on the 93. Talk about a pain in the ass.
Lube command
If you ask
win.
me, best to keep moving.
I mean...
At least the scenery changes.
Hey, but you know what? I have seen some, like, larger streamers. Maybe not their commands, but the shit that they talk about is insane. So, I think we'll be okay. But, we can add a lube command. What would you want that to say? Would it be describing what lubricant does during intercourse, or would it be something wild? What was that like, to grow up in New Reno?
Imagine New Vegas if there was no Mr. House-type fella keeping the peace. Then give everybody a gun and a jet addiction. Town's run by a bunch of crime families. No law to speak of. Make trouble and you wind up buried in Golgotha outside town. The scuzz factor's off the charts. Non-stop whoring and drugs. Couldn't walk down the street without getting asked to star in a porn movie. So I got my ass out of there while I still owned it. Guess I figured the answer to every problem was rule of law. Naive, huh?
Tell me about Caliente.
Place lived up to its name, that's for sure. When you got fresh water and a trickle of geothermic power, always be some gang of assholes wants to kill you for it. Spent more years and took more bullets than I care to admit protecting that hellhole from dangers within and without. If it wasn't the 80s or the white legs raiding, it was someone from town drunk off his ass trying to win an argument with a shotgun. Got tired of shooting the folks I was supposed to protect. So, now I do this.
Were the 80s a gang or a tribe?
What's the difference? Raiders is raiders.
Hell yeah, man.
Swept into town and dragged off 2 working girls. Deputies and me gave pursuit, straight into 80s territory. By the time we caught up with the girls, there wasn't much left of them, so we turned for home. Made it back to Caliente without further losses, but we was watched the whole way. Never seen so few people cover so much land. Goddamn creepy. If the 80s had wanted to kill us, we would have been dead. Guess they figured we weren't worth the trouble.
What do you know about The White Legs.
Used to be they raided northeast of Caliente time to time. But then the Desert Rangers fell apart 10 years ago, absorbed into the NCR. Soon enough, the White Legs were swarming all over that stretch of I-15. Folks learned not to head north if they wanted to keep their scalps. Eventually, the White Legs destroyed the bridges across the Virgin River over in Arizona. End of discussion.
Goodbye.
Catch you another time, then.
Prim wimped out and accepted
Okay,
NCR
and
rule.
then the other unique
Some
guy
people
is
will
this
do anything to
fucker.
feel safe.
That tower.
You looking for trouble, bud? I got plenty to spare, so watch your ass around me.
Unwarranted hostility and general agitation. How long have you been a psycho addict?
Hey, 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 fuck you! I didn't say nothing about using psycho!
How much psycho you got stashed away? If you run out on the trail, the withdrawal's not pleasant.
God damn it! I didn't say nothing about using psycho. But, just talking hypno-theoretically here. Got any suggestions?
Yeah. Leave now. Before the withdrawal hits you out on the trail. No psycho for miles.
Fine. You win, asshole. Enjoy leading the expedition into a fucking ambush. Hope you all die.
On the strip. The
Bye-bye, Ricky, you little bitch-ass bitch.
Filled up no more.
Anyway, Jed, my boy.
Damn good thing you came along. Now that Ricky skedaddled, yours is the only pit boy we got.
All right, let's go. I'm ready.
Are you now? You know we ain't coming back this way for a good long while now, right? And you know about the weight limit. I don't want no whining about old Mr. Masterson. I left my one-of-a-kind plasma cannon back at base. Can we go back for it? You sure you're ready now?
Why the weight limit?
You ain't never been to Zion, have you? We'll be passing through a whole mess of narrow slot canyons and high rough passes. A big pack will get you wedged in like a super mutant crawling through a storm drain, and too much weight will kill you in the thin air.
All right, we've been through every piece of dialogue. I'm ready to go to Zion.
You sure about that this time? We ain't coming back for a while.
Jed, how many times do I have to say that I'm ready? You're literally like someone's father. But don't worry, I've got something for you. In a few minutes. Yes, I'm sure.
Well, all right then. Let's get moving. We got a long road ahead of us. The paths we're following are slow going, so you might as well keep your ears open and listen to what old Jed has to say. A few decades back, folks in the NCR started to hear about a community in northern Utah called New Canaan. Didn't know much about them, except that they were religious folks, sent out missionaries to talk to the tribes. We've seen our share of cults, but the New Canaanites, they were honest traders. Good fighters, too. Raiders wouldn't tangle with them. But then, the Legion appeared in Arizona. I reckon you know all about them. Turns out Caesar's first war chief, the Malpace Legate, was a New Canaanite, Joshua Graham. Legend goes that Graham was the meanest, toughest son of a bitch in the whole damn Legion. The New Canaanites wouldn't talk about him. They were ashamed. Guess I can't blame them. Well, at Hoover Dam, the Malpace Legate finally met his match. Hanlon and Oliver kicked his New Canaanite butt right back over the river. Caesar had to make an example for the others, to show them that even at the highest level, failure wouldn't be tolerated. He had Graham covered in pitch, lit on fire, and thrown into the Grand Canyon. People say he didn't even scream on the way down. Not long after, some of the slaves and tribals started to talk. Said Graham wasn't dead. Shouldn't have been any surprise. All this talk bothered Caesar, so he forbade anyone from speaking his name. Wanted to erase Joshua Graham from history. He got his wish. Joshua Graham disappeared, and in his place came legends of the burned man walking the wastes. Probably just a tribal ghost story. But New Canaan's been silent for a long time. Maybe it's a coincidence. Maybe the Malpace legate is dead. Or maybe Joshua Graham did crawl out of that canyon and finally found his way back home. All right, people. Been a long couple of weeks, but here we are. Zion. I know your feet hurt. I know you're tired, but I need everyone's mind on the trail ahead.
Ain't the trail ahead worries me, Jed. Those descents we made through that slot canyon back up there. Ain't no way we're getting back out the way we come. And then what?
God damn it, Stella heard you the first time. And the 15th, too. The new Canaanites will know a way. And if they don't, we've got the maps on our friend's Pip-Boy over there. Enough lollygagging. Get moving. And keep an eye out for tribals.
Sorry to bother you with reality, old Jed.
Alright, hang on. I need to turn the volume up a bit. Because for whatever reason, everything in Old World Blues is so much louder. Alright. We can also crank the voice volume up for all these folks. Which I think will be good. Well, that's what we want to hear anyway. We want their stories, their voices. And let's get back into it.
If we can't get back out the way we come, that's not a problem.
Come on. No time to waste.
Hope you guys didn't grow too attached.
Shh. Hold on now. Could swear I heard something up ahead. God damn it, ambush! Cover people! Watch yourselves!
The one tap is crazy.
Enough of this. We're sitting ducks here.
I'm sorry, what'd you say, buddy? I didn't quite catch that. These one-shot kills. Hip firing. Having a splinter in the roof of your mouth is crazy work. Rest in peace to everybody that we just traveled with for literal weeks. However, we get to claim all this stuff as our own. So, is it really a loss? I don't think so. Although most of this crap, I have no use for it. It's just kind of a force of habit. You see loot, you take it. All right. Forward. Yes. Rest in peace. However, because Jed Masterson is the he's the voice of like he's the main DLC narrator for the beginning cutscene that we saw. You will hear him again. So, but that's not really a spoiler. So the funny thing is, when I played this for the first time,
Hoy, white legs.
I killed this guy on accident because he looked like the others.
Lucky, let me tell you.
Call me racist.
You came from outside, didn't you? From the civilized lands. Wow. Joshua will want to hear about this.
I saw the fucking headdress. I saw the tattoos, and I blew his goddamn brains out with a sniper rifle. And then it said I failed a bunch of quests, and I'm like, oh shit. So I had to restart. It was great. Who is this Joshua?
Joshua Graham. He leads our tribe. Thanks to him, the dead horses are strong and safe from our enemies. He'll want to talk to anyone coming up from Southways. Guess that means just you now. Come, I can take you to him.
All right, let's go.
Good sists. We head east then. Joshua is at our tribe's camp in the Eastern Virgin.
Follows Chalk is giving you the well-stacked Cairns perk. While Follows Chalk is in your party, reaching any summit in Zion Valley, such as ranger stations, will reveal all nearby map markers and inspire a heightened state of awareness, plus 3 perception for 3 minutes. Pretty cool. This guy's the GOAT, by the way.
What can I tell you?
Tell me a little about this area. Any interesting wildlife?
Mostly it's the mountain bighorners. Whole herd of them up on the cliffs there. Usually they're not too aggressive, but lately, whew. My guess is one of the calves got lost somewhere along the way. Bighorners are communal. One missing calf, and the whole herd gets ornery. If that calf doesn't turn up soon, they might very well come down into the valley and attack the camp.
Maybe I can help with that.
Yeah? Hey, thanks. Most of the hunters don't listen when I tell them the problem. Just one thing. Try not to kill any bighorners if you can, yeah? You'll drive the herd off and we'll have to range farther on our hunts.
What would you suggest I do instead?
You might try luring the baby out with some banana yucca. These bighorners go crazy for the stuff.
All right. I'll look into it.
That's great. I'll help any way I can.
I love this guy. He's so cool. So we have a quest.
Hold up. See that log over there? Take a closer look. There might be some good stuff tucked in there.
More rat meat. Thank you. It's what I've always wanted. But just look how beautiful this area is. It's gorgeous.
We follow this path for a while. Nice view of the river. Eh. Freeze. Don't move on us. Whew. That was some kind of lucky. Guess that one was all full of gecko, eh? Don't get used to it, though.
So we just don't get to hear your last line? All right, bud. So, although that Yao Guai, I'm not drunk, I swear, seemed a little scary. That Yao Guai has not
You can
met
take
us.
the path north here if you want, or head east over the ridge. There's a nice view from the top of that cliff, if you want to look.
We go to the top, follows Chalk. We go to the top. And we remind them of who the dominant species on this planet really is. Hello. All right. No, don't shoot my friend. Shoot the Yao Guai. Easy money.
Some kind of view up here, eh? If you know how to look, you can spot all kinds of landmarks from up here. Look, I'll show you.
So this is what they meant. So for 3 minutes, your perception is much higher, and you get to spot just stuff that you wouldn't naturally see. So all these small triangles to the bottom left of the screen, you wouldn't otherwise see them because they're just too far away. Now we need to go to the east. And while we can, I want to pick up as much of this banana yucca as possible for that future quest. Because you're going to need a fair bit. I love these minor, like, details, which is really cool.
Road south. Nearly there. You see the dead sentries? Shamans say our enemy's souls are tracking them. But Joshua says it shows we're serious about fighting Whitelegs. See those handprints? Dead horses and sorrows mark them on taboo places. Places from back when. Good thing for you, I don't buy into that stuff.
Park Ranger hat. We got some drip, ladies and gents. Let's see how it looks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go. What a beautiful place to just take a shit, you know? I love it. Oh my god.
Down this path to the north. Hope you don't mind getting wet.
Hope I don't mind getting wet. Are you trying to seduce me, buddy?
These paintings show the dead horses' victories against other tribes. Lots more of them since Joshua came to us. Nearly there now. Watch out for traps in the water. Got to keep the Whitelegs out somehow, eh?
Putting a bear trap in this just pure water. That's some nasty work, buddy. I mean, like, there's even fish here. It's awesome. Minor details like this are really what helps with immersion in video games. You can admire these paintings and whatnot on the walls.
That's pretty great.
Here we are. Joshua's just ahead there, in the Angel Cave.
Two bears high-fiving. That's... What a guy. What a legend.
Hoi. Auslander Zuka Joshua Graham?
Sneering imperialist. If you're too dumb to speak my language, you're too dumb to talk to me. Get lost. Holy. We're not gonna do it, but that would be fucking hilarious. Am I looking for Joshua? Yes, I am. Can you tell me where he is?
You know our tongue. Smart, Auslander. Joshua in high place of cave. You show respect, Utman. Joshua is greatest warrior. You show him no respect. He show you thunder and fire.
Look at this. Back off, savage. I'm just here for a map out of this shithole valley. Not kowtow to your messiah. Holy fuck. Yo. That's amazing. I'll make sure to be on my best behavior then.
You wise for Auslander.
You could be an absolute monster. Or you can be a decent person. Look at him.
We should have given you a better welcome on your first visit to Zion. But from what I hear, the Whitelegs beat us to it. Whitelegs seem to be the only visitors we have these days. And I wouldn't have expected anyone from the Mojave to come looking for us. And you're a courier, no less. Not the one I was expecting, but I suppose he wouldn't have come with a caravan. I don't know if you were close to the other members of your group, but you have my sympathy. I pray for the safety of all good people who come to Zion, even Gentiles. But we can't expect God to do all the work.
How do you know so much about what happened to me?
The dead horses are capable scouts. Nothing passes into or out of Zion without my hearing of it.
I came here with the Happy Trails Caravan Company to make contact with the new Canaanites.
Happy Trails. I remember. They were good friends.
I have bad news for your employers. New Canaan was destroyed, its citizens scattered. All because of the Whitelegs. And Caesar, of course. The Whitelegs want to join the Legion. Caesar's rite of passage is the destruction of the new Canaanites. Almost assuredly because of me. The good news is that we can help you find your way back. Daniel, one of the other new Canaanites, has made many maps of the region. The bad news is that we can't help you right now. Not with everything that's going on.
I'm not going to leave without offering to help. What can I do?
You're a good neighbor to us. We all go through periods of darkness. In such times, we can turn to the Lord. But it's good to have friends. Daniel and I need pre-war tools to help us navigate beyond Zion. Should we need to evacuate, these instruments will be vital to us. Normally, we would have some of the dead horses or sorrows look for them. But many pre-war buildings in the valley are taboo. They won't go inside.
Taboo.
The Sorrows believe in a spirit that lives in the caves. Say the spirit punished them once for trespassing. They put special marks around the cave entrances to keep people out. It doesn't work on the Whitelegs, of course, but the dead horses are spooked.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you. Follows Chop can help you find your way around the valley. He's inexperienced, but he knows enough of our language to ignore the taboos about pre-war buildings.
Let me get some of those pistols, buddy.
Welcome back. What can I do for you?
Nice guns.
In the Great Basin and Colorado Plateau, all tribes are known for a specific weapon. Whitelegs are known for their big submachine guns, storm drums. They broke into an armory near Spanish Fork and have been using them for years. Of course, the dead horses have their wooden war clubs, and even the Sorrows have their Yao Guai gauntlets. This type of .45 automatic pistol was designed by one of my tribe almost 400 years ago. Learning its use is a new Canaanite rite of passage.
Do you have anything to trade?
We do. Though the Whitelegs destroyed New Canaan, they didn't destroy all of our supply caches. All forms of currency are recognized here. Caps, NCR dollars, even Legion coin. Take a look.
All right, buddy. Increases condition. I want it. Silencer. I don't need that. I'm a man. I'm a man. I don't need such trivial things. They're pretty expensive, actually. Okay, that seems to be all I want there. Weapon binding ritual. Effects: heal perception and limb damage. Restore limb condition. Melee damage plus 10, unarmed plus 10. You lose 4 HP.
That's very interesting, sir.
I'll take it. And you can take some of this junk off of me.
What else do we have?
And that'll do it. What did you say about a courier? Who are you expecting?
Caesar would never admit this openly, but he knows that I'm alive. I've killed enough of his Frumentari and assassins that have come looking. I've heard one of them travels the Mojave as a courier. Most of Caesar's agents meet a fitting end in NCR territory, but maybe this one survived.
Do you run the show around here?
I wouldn't say that. I am the acting war chief for the Dead Horses. They look up to me for such matters, but I only have the authority they give me. Daniel is the spiritual leader and main link of the new Canaanites to the Sorrows. He's up in the Narrows right now.
Pray. God. What are you talking about?
I am a new Canaanite. We believe we are the heirs of a spiritual tradition, given to our ancestors thousands of years ago. We have made and kept covenants with our Lord God to honor his laws. In exchange, we are promised eternal salvation after this life. A day will come when our Lord returns to judge us all. Until then, we must honor his laws and start others along the path of salvation if we can. That's why we trade with others and work the tribes. We have more than food and medicine to offer. Good news is our most valuable commodity.
So we can be an asshole. Or I can just be like, sounds like a good deal.
In a world filled with misery and uncertainty, it is a great comfort to know that, in the end, there is light in the darkness. Every day we move closer to our judgment. We must do our best to walk in the footsteps of our Lord and teach others how to do the same. For many of us, the road is a difficult one, but the path is always there for us to follow, no matter how many times we may fall.
Do you ever fall?
Every day. Some days are harder than others.
What's going on with all of these tribes?
A great deal. There are 3, make that 4, tribes here in Zion. You've already met the Whitelegs on the way in. In this camp, you'll find dead horses. In the Narrows, the Sorrows. And finally, there's Daniel and myself. We're New Canaanites.
Why did the Whitelegs attack my caravan?
They attack everyone who isn't a Whiteleg, especially caravans. They don't know how to survive on their own, so they have to raid. But as for why they are here, they are trying to wipe us out. All of us. They want to join Caesar's legion, and they can only prove their worth by destroying the New Canaanites and everyone we shelter.
Do they speak our language?
Most don't. It's been hundreds of years since the war. They've developed their own languages. Take the dead horses. We think they were originally refugees from a place called Rez, east of the Grand Canyon. They speak a combination of Rez and a language spoken by travelers who were visiting Rez when the bombs fell. Over time, the 2 languages blended. I was a translator years ago, but it's hard to keep up with all of the tribal variations.
Why haven't I seen any Sorrows in the valley?
The Sorrows have many skilled hunters among them, but no warriors. They have not had to deal with war or raiders for decades. Even though they can hunt a full-grown Yaoguai, they don't know how to deal with the Whitelegs. That's why we're here.
Does the valley belong to the dead horses?
The valley belongs to God, but no. The dead horses live at Dead Horse Point, up the Colorado River. They came here because I asked them to. Before I returned to the fold, I visited them years earlier. I looked much different then, but I left an impression on them. I taught them how to hunt more efficiently, how to maintain their weapons and pre-war equipment. When I returned, they showed their appreciation.
Are the New Canaanites really a tribe? And this is probably the last one that we're gonna ask them before we get into some action.
We wear more clothing than them and understand more about technology, but we're still a tribe, a linked family of families. The Boneyard, Phoenix, New Vegas, they're just places, metal and stone. New Canaan dies, but the tribe lives on. When the walls come tumbling down, when you lose everything you have, you always have family. And your family always has tribe.
All right, bud. Good talk.
Of course.
We will ask him personal questions later. Imagine you just steal this. Like, all right. We have a new weapon. These 45 autos. Let's make this number 6. And we leave. Whenever you're playing Fallout, you can kind of tell what the main quests are. But it's always good to not always do them. You can just do a few of these, like, side quests, you know. Like, Big Horners of the Eastern Virgin. We're going to do this one first. Okay. You guys having fun? Yeah. So we've got to get to the high ground here, wrap around, and make some stuff happen. Hello. Goodbye. And because this area is kind of full of like tribal people, you shouldn't expect to find too many like stim packs and advanced technologies. So having a high survival to where you can make a lot of like healing powder and things like that, you would benefit greatly. So if that's a build that you have going on, you are in luck. If you're like me and you're not quite there yet on your build, unfortunately. But our armor and damage threshold and whatnot, we will be perfectly fine. There is nothing to fear.
Why do you carry all those bottle caps anyway? They jangle like crazy.
Women love them. Women love bottle caps. Sometimes, that's all they love about you is how many caps you have. Similar to the old world, although the money wasn't as noisy back then. Hey, bud. You have found the lost mountain bighorner calf. It looks hungry. Feed it a banana yucca fruit. That's what we're gonna do. Here you go, bud. Now that we fed him, he's following. It's good to periodically look behind you. They're scared. Let's feed it again. When in doubt, shove food in its mouth. Works every time. Friend, come here. Please, come forth. There you go. Seems to be scared again. I don't know about scared. I think it just wants to be fed as much as possible. We are being scammed by an animal. But it's okay. Oh shit. I was about to kill my Why would I want to keep it? We're going to return it. Precisely what I thought.
What can I tell you?
Well, I returned the calf to its mother and didn't even kill any of the bighorners.
Whew, glad to hear it. That'll be some happy mama, huh?
You were right here,
Thank
bud.
you. Really, it means a lot to me.
Of course. I'm here for you, buddy. Any idea where to start looking for these pre-war supplies Daniel needs?
Best place to look for back when stuff is the taboo places. Sorrows and dead horses don't go in there. And even whitelegs don't like them much.
What taboo places?
Lots of them around the valley. places built by the folk from back when. You'll know them when you see them. Scouts mark them with handprints. The handprints are a warning to keep out. Angry ghosts live inside. Not that I believe in angry ghosts. They're just spooky old places. Right?
Brother, we have guns. What the fuck is a ghost gonna do? Exactly. So where should we start looking?
Lots of back when places to choose from. But for the things we need, best to start with the really closed up places. 3 I know of. A building down by the river called a fishing lodge. The old ranger station in the northwest. And the general store right by it. Closer to home might be something you can salvage from the place where the little ones fell. Just west of the Eastern Virgin.
What's this place where the little ones fell?
In the river, there's a twisted pile of metal and glass, all full of bones. Joshua says they were scouts, but they looked awful small to me. Lots of that old stuff, how do you say it, electronics. Maybe you could use some of it.
I want to know more about you, Follows Chalk, please.
What can I tell you?
Why are you called Follows Chalk?
Our advanced scouts leave chalk signs to mark places rich with game. I'm not a full scout yet, so I follow the marks and guide the hunters.
What are all those tattoos on your body?
Dead horses mark ourselves to commemorate our hunts. When a hunter takes a great beast, or when a youth goes on his first hunt, he gets a tattoo.
That's cool, man. Let's let's just keep on going, buddy. Okay, what do we do now? Pretty sure that's like the closest one. Yes. Onward to the fallen school bus. We're just gonna jump down like a Chad. Repair the compass. There it is. Easy. Got a rad scorpion just kind of struggling here in the dirt. This is such a nice, just beautiful area. It's very serene. It is quite lovely, I would say. Of course, you do have to be careful, because you can get kind of screwed up by just jumping off of the map. Fall damage is not ideal.
Fighting time.
We are deadly with our sidearm. We are not one to be messed with. Got another park ranger at. So if you want to kind of parkour down a mountain or just a really big hill in the Fallout games, you go forward, but while you're in the air, they let you like move backwards. Doesn't really follow the laws of physics, but this is Fallout. So you just go forward and you can just go backwards as you're going down. Because otherwise, if you just jump down, you're not going to have a good time. Hello, sir. Hey, can you be still, bud? No. No, we're not going to do the whole be still thing. Okay. We didn't have to do that. We could have been friends.
Look sharp. Lots of giant ants around here. We call them picnic killers. Don't really know what that means. Something from back when, I guess.
Enjoy your schoolwork, my boy. Get it done so that you don't have to worry about it later.
Must have been nice. When Zion was friendly enough, folks could make camp wherever they pleased and not worry about whitelegs and deadly critters.
Yeah, we didn't have to worry about that back then, but we had to worry about the government poisoning us. Oh wait, I'm just talking about Fallout. Oh no, that's how it works in real life too. Hello, friend. Goodbye. Wow, one whole experience point. I need to farm them. Amazing XP. Wow. It's a dog. Hello, friend. I wish I could pet you. This thing is not a dog. I'm gonna wait so we can get a little autosave action. Okay.
Might as well tickle them with a feather.
Don't worry, man. I'm kind of deadly with a sidearm. Just going for a casual swim. Very normal stuff. Typically, I don't like having followers in these, like, I guess in challenge runs, but this guy is cool, man. He's really cool. So if it's like a DLC thing, I don't mind it whatsoever. He's one of the boys, you could say.
Fighting time.
Gentlemen. I'm sorry it had to come to this.
For as long as I remember, the dead horses have thought the places of the old world were...
We're gonna pump medicine. When we get to level 24, we're gonna max it, then we will work on survival.
Taboo. Doesn't look so spooky to me.
Yeah, man. It's just a random building. Nothing to be afraid of, my friend. Nothing at all. The Patriots Cookbook, America, baby. We love guns. Okay. Tourist trap. This is the final quest of the series of quests that was handed to us at the very beginning. It's a little dark. I'm afraid of the dark. But now we have a light. A light that will guide us through the dark. Never be afraid to explore in the Fallout games. It always rewards you. We'll take a bit of damage. Not much. Sorry, I don't speak whatever savage language that this is. What's wrong, bud? You seem confused. Are you concussed? Do you require medical attention? Nah, he seems fine. Oh, you went to get a... Oh, shit. Follows chalk, no! Take a stim pack. I don't want... You look the same. I'm sorry, buddy. Are you okay?
What can I tell you?
Oh, yeah, you're a Chad. You're fine. Let's just stay in the river. That would be the easiest thing to do. Oh. What's wrong, bud? You're not looking so great.
There can't really be a place where people go into big buildings and give away all their money just to watch someone flip paper squares on a table.
I know it's hard to believe, but gambling is one of the greatest things of all time. If you guys want to gamble any of your points, feel free. Just do ! Gamble, and you gamble as many as you want. Our friend Stryker tends to gamble all of his points. And I'll be gracious, because I give people free points all the time. So randomly during streams, I'll just give everybody like 100K, 500K, maybe even $1 million. But somehow our boy Stryker gambles everything away. It's actually impressive.
Gotcha.
You found the key to the locked desk in the Zion General Store. Thank you. It was very appreciated. There's lots of good food here. So again, if you have a high survival stat, this is probably heaven to you. Mine being 17, it's not a great thing, but it's okay. We're here for very specific items, though. So what we need for this quest is not just random food, but instead you need these little scout lunches. And that'll do it.
The spitter plants and the green monster men aren't native to Zion. Wonder where they came from.
They came from the government. They came from the assholes at Vault Tech and at Big Mountain. We love snow globes. And that's it. It's everything we need out of that store. Onward. Hey, buddy, let's fucking talk about this.
Looks like I'm headed for the big dark.
I'm headed for the big dark. Immediately passes out. And to be honest, I don't blame you. That Cazador was huge. Take a quick nap. You will be okay. What do you mean Gamba's not working?
This is not good.
Well, let me get a quick save here, because I know what's going to happen. Let's override this one. We're gonna open Streamlabs CloudBot. See what the problem is. So Gamble's active. Let's look at loyalty. And let's look at your points. The reason your Gamba didn't work, sweetheart, is because remember at the end of last stream, all of us gambled all of our points away. You don't have that many points. According to this, you have 1,600. So now you should have 500,000. It's funny because there's a couple of viewers who have just a ridiculous amount. It's because they don't they never gamble. It's very funny. And where is Striker? I will give him some. Not like it matters, because he's just gonna piss it all away. Okay. Now let's open Fallout again. Which I'm sure I'm gonna have to restart the game, because it's probably gonna lag like shit. No? It seems okay. Seems stable. This pistol was fun, but we're getting really low on ammo. Yes, sterilize it with alcohol, and then we take it. Medical supplies are very important. Follows Chalk. I am heavy, but I will not use you like a pack mule, because I fancy myself to be a decent human being. You are winning. Look at that. But what if you would have gambled more? Though that is the strategy and mindset that our boy Striker has. We have 99 mentats. That's fucking ridiculous. All thanks to Big Mountain. Because I can assure you, I'd never buy them. Okay, we got a thunderstorm here. Hell yeah. Now we go to the Sorrows camp. And this is the only quest that's currently available. So we just go straight there. However, it's through the river. We might be able to get down from up here. If not,
Bet they don't have anything as nasty as
Who knows?
Yao Guai out where you come from, huh?
Yeah, you've never heard of this thing called a death claw. It will put a Yao Guai in a chokehold and beat the living shit out of it.
You might as well tickle them with a feather. Can I get some backup? Healing? Something?
You'll be fine. Just walk it off. You're a man, right? Yeah, just casually do that. It's so wonky that you can do stuff like that. But that's why we love the game. The Narrows. Now you can't tell me that this wall art is not really freaking cool. It is early morning. For more visibility, we will wait until it's daytime. Maybe wait a little bit more. Okay. Where the fuck is Follows Chalk at? There you are. What, you took a edging break or what? Let's get through this guy's dialogue.
Sure. Right behind you. What can I tell you?
What's with this obsession you seem to have with civilization?
Let me tell you a story. When I was a boy, a man came through the valley with one of the caravans. Tall man, big mustache, carried a guitar. I asked what he did for his living, and the interpreter told me he was a singer. What is that? I asked. The man explained that he went from place to place and sang for people, who gave him food and shelter and care in return. I couldn't believe that there was a place in this world where a man could do that. I promised myself then that one day I'd explore that world myself.
What does Joshua think of this?
I haven't told him yet. Never had the growins.
Really? Maybe I could talk to him about it for you. Be a neutral party.
You'd do that? Sure. Sounds smart to me. He might not get so mad at you.
Who are those tribals who attacked me?
Whitelegs. Nasty bunch. They've been raiding deeper into Zion ever since New Canaan was wiped out.
Dude, my right shoulder hurts so bad. Where do they come from?
That's the weird part. Normally, the Whitelegs keep to the Great Salt Lake. I don't know what brought them down this far south.
Okay. This is a lot of dialogue that we could get through. What seems to be the most important? Tell me about your tribe.
We came up in the land of the Dead Horse, though why the back when folks called it that, I got no hint. We raided, we fought, we lost. Our enemies drove us back into Zion, and we would have died if it hadn't been for Joshua. Joshua and his Kaisar.
Wait, what about Kaisar?
When Joshua first came to us, he was servant to a man he called Kaisar. He led his master's armies, and we were ready to follow him into war. Then he lost his master's army to a tribe called NCR, the Sunset People. When he returned, he was as you saw him. Burned, broken, but changed. He led us away from Kaisar, led us to our own destiny in Zion.
What did Joshua do for you?
If it wasn't for Joshua, the Dead Horses would still be the whipping boys of the Zion Valley. He taught us how to hold our territory, to protect ourselves. He guided us away from Kaisar, and showed us how Kaisar would have destroyed us.
What do you know about the New Canaanites?
Little bit. I met some of their missionaries a few times, but I've never been to their city. Joshua could tell you more. Or Daniel, I imagine.
What's with the shell casings in your club?
We decorate our clubs with them to honor Joshua Graham. They were the weapons of his old tribe, so now they are ours. Can't say they seem that dangerous to me. But Joshua says they won the West.
Do you remember anything about Joshua from before he became your leader?
Only a little. I was very young. He was different. Prouder, yes, but harder, crueler, more driven. Really, I was terrified of him. We all were. When he came back, I almost didn't believe he was the same man. He was humbler. He wanted to protect, not destroy.
Why is it so important that we fight the Whitelegs?
Well, because they're our enemies. What else would we do? They take our land, they kill our scouts, they poach our hunting grounds.
Good point. All right, buddy.
Go.
We exhausted his dialogue for a reason. It was not random. And you will see this here in a bit.
You are the one Joshua Graham sent to us. Blessings of the Father in the cave on you. Daniel is waiting for you.
You won 10 times your bet with that. That's insane. I like your bear glove. Where can I get one?
Asaro's Yaoguai fist is a sacred symbol. It shows that we belong to the tribe and have willingly undertaken a dangerous quest to aid the tribe. Each sorrow makes his own, and only after hunting and slaying a Yao Guai that threatened our people. Our shaman, Whitebird, oversees the rites. Perhaps if you spoke to him, he would allow you to undertake such a quest.
All right, well, I guess I'll do that. But, hey, Waking Cloud, what's your deal?
Waking Cloud is my name. I am midwife to the Sorrows. It sounds ill-omened, no? Midwife to Sorrows?
Midwife. I haven't seen any children around.
The children and the old have already been evacuated from the camp. They are safe enough, unless the Whitelegs come for us in force.
What do you do when you're not delivering babies?
I tend to other hurts and sicknesses that afflict our tribe. I also scout the valley for the herbs I use in my medicines.
Let's talk about something else.
What would you speak of?
Give me some info on this Daniel. Who is he?
Daniel is a wise man and a great friend to the Sorrows. He taught me to speak the language of New Canaan, the English from the holy books.
English is wild. Holy books.
Yes, the language of the New Canaanites is the holy tongue, for it is the language their sacred books are written in. The Father in the caves brought it to them after the judgment, but the ancestors of the Sorrows sinned against him. They were denied the true tongue.
True tongue. That is very sexual. Have you known him long?
6 years. He attended the birth of my third child. It was a hard birth. The river nearly carried my water to the Father, and my child's with it. Daniel knew the ways of New Canaan's medicine. He stepped in and saved both of our lives. After the birth, I asked Daniel if he would teach me what he knew of childbirth. He agreed, and so here I am.
Tell me more about your tribe, the Sorrows.
We have dwelt in the Narrows since the end that came in fire. When the Father in the caves punished the world and made us forget the holy tongue. We have had good relations with the other tribes in the valley. At least before Salt Upon Wounds brought his Whitelegs here. We have Daniel to thank for our continued existence. His advice and help has kept the Whitelegs from overrunning us so far. I do not know how long even he can protect us, though.
What do you know about Salt Upon Wounds? That is a good name. Really good name, to be honest.
He is war chief of the Whitelegs, and the worst butcher of them all. The tribes he has crushed are many. The warriors he has slain, countless.
Well, he's not met me yet. How about that? Who or what is the Father in the cave?
Have you not heard of the god of the New Canaanites? He is our protector and our judge. He helped our ancestors find their place here in Zion. He gave us many gifts, but we are not to seek him out. His caves are forbidden to us. Those who seek them out are taken from us.
That doesn't sound like what I've heard about the New Canaanites.
Perhaps you do not fully understand the New Canaanites. I have seen the Father's images. His holy bride and holy son were given unto the world to save it. They dwelt in the caverns of the mountains, caverns which can still be seen today. The people sinned against him, and were punished with the end that came in fire and the loss of the holy tongue. Only the New Canaanites were spared.
So what she's talking about is, this is a misinterpretation of something that happened, but it turned into some kind of like weird religious mysticism, but it's completely explainable by logical real world events. And we will discover that eventually. I see. That's fascinating.
I'm sure Daniel could tell you more. His knowledge of the Father is greater than my own.
That's all I wanted to know.
Then
Appreciate
I will
it.
look for
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Dad.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Again, this is a very cool area. So the first time that I played this, Daniel was glitched inside of a wall, and it took me 30 minutes to fucking find him. But now, he's here.
The dead horse has told me details about the attack on your caravan. A stranger's sympathy might not count for much, but for what it's worth, I'm sorry. The Sorrows will mourn your friends too. They mourn everyone, even the Whitelegs. They have sensitive souls. Innocent, if there is such a thing. In spite of what's happened, I hope that Joshua and I can help you out of here. But to be frank, we need your help too.
Everyone needs my help, buddy. I'm used to it. Joshua told me you needed a few things. I think this is everything.
Well, I'll be. I was starting to lose hope we'd be able to get any of this, much less all of it. Tribals are smart, but, well, they're ignorant. Letting go of a taboo is difficult for them. So I knew it would have to be one of us. Turns out all it took was a Gentile, or, no offense. These supplies are a godsend. But if we're going to evacuate Zion without drawing more Whiteleg attention, I need you to go back into the valley. Specifically, I need you to scout out some locations for Whitelegs and try to recover a map of Grand Staircase, a wilderness area to the east. There's also the matter of the roads. We're going to be heading out of the east side of the park, but I'm not sure the way is clear.
So, we are going to see at some point that you can do one of two things, which, as soon as you go down said path, you cannot come back, which I guess is not surprising. That's how Fallout games work. After you progress to a certain point, there is a point of no return. So you're locked into, like, I'm going to help the NCR or the Legion, or I'm going to help the Brotherhood of Steel or the Enclave, whatever. This one's funny. Come on, I got you everything you needed. Just give me the damn map. Anything to help. I'll do what I can.
I appreciate the enthusiasm. There aren't a lot of people in the wasteland with kindness to spare for anyone who isn't kin. Since you've been poking around the valley, you might see more activity from the Whitelegs. One of the Sorrow's hunters, Waking Cloud, has volunteered to help guide you through the valley. She has a special talent for staying out of sight. After this, it's just a matter of getting everyone out of here safe and sound. And hopefully, you can head back to the Mojave without any more trouble.
Explosives are always handy. Daniel has given you some pre-war mining explosives and a special detonator for them. They aren't useful as weapons, but could be used to collapse certain caves if that proves necessary in your exploration.
Well, here we part ways. I'm needed back at the Dead Horse's camp. Maybe I'll see you there sometime.
Typical. Just when I get a useful minion. Are you sure? You've been a useful companion so far.
Sorry. Joshua was pretty clear. Get you to Daniel, then come on home. You can take it up with him if you'd like.
Give my regards to Joshua, then.
I will. Good gunnin', Akis.
Yeah. Alvida Zane. Why are you trying to push me, Daniel?
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you?
Is there any other way I can help the Sorrows?
If you could part with it, healing powder would be welcome. We have enough stim packs for now, but we can't rely on that small supply. Brock and Xander plants can be found throughout the valley, and you might even find some on Whitelegs you come across.
I need some medical assistance. Can you help?
I should be able to address most common problems. What's the matter?
I need medical supplies.
I can provide medical assistance. I can even use supplies that we have here. But I can't just sell what we have. I need to address problems as they arise. And most of those have to do with the sorrows or dead horses.
Time to use our speech. Most of the sorrows and dead horses are protected. I'm out there getting shot up by Whitelegs.
Fair enough. Just be careful and hopefully you won't need these.
Yes, quite. Mwah. The funny thing is, I didn't really need that. However, I did want to access you so I could get some of this shit out of my inventory. So thanks, buddy. Your sacrifice will be remembered. I think I have a lot of alcohol. Yeah. Give this alcohol to your people. Tell them to use it as an antiseptic. But also, if times get hard, they can drink it to have a good time.
I'm glad to see you're still with us.
Hang on, Yeah. What do you know about the father in the caves?
Father in the... Oh, right. He's some spirit the Sorrows used to believe in. Watched over them from the caves in the valley. They marked some of the caves around here because they think they'll be punished for going inside. I think as more of them learn the teachings of the new Canaanites, they'll lose their old superstitions.
You might want to have a chat with them. They think your Lord and the Father are the same.
Oh? Oh. Of course. How stupid of me. They probably also think Mary is the mother and Jesus is the child. No wonder they picked up on things so easily. I guess it just goes to show how difficult it is to communicate sometimes.
Indeed. Alright. So there's a quest that I can do. And since Daniel's right here, where's this chick at? Come here, ma'am. We need to talk. Or is this not her? Oh, shit. I apologize. You don't all look the same. You just look really damn similar. There she is. This absolute unit.
Daniel said that I was to travel with you until you have completed your scouting. Is this pleasing to you?
Sounds good. Let's go.
Certainly. We should make haste then.
Waking Cloud is giving you the quiet as the waters perk. While Waking Cloud is in your party, it is much easier to sneak by the Whitelegs. Their perception is decreased. We're not doing sneaky stuff, ladies and gentlemen. We have a big iron on our hip, and we aim to do some business with it. Appreciate the perk, though.
Katubiu.
Do you have any family?
I do. A fine husband and 3 children. I miss them each day, but I take comfort in knowing they are safe.
Safe? Where are they?
When we learned that Salt Upon Wounds had defiled Zion with his presence, Daniel ordered the children, the old, and the sick evacuated from the camp. My husband volunteered to lead the hunters that went with them for protection. I try not to worry about them, but we have had no news for so long, and Daniel seems sad when I ask him about it. Sad and a little frightened.
I could talk to him. maybe he'll open up more to me. This is the quest that I'm talking about.
Perhaps he will. I sometimes feel he thinks he must protect me. If he has news, I would know of it.
Adios. Hello, sir.
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you?
I want some fucking answers, man. Tell me about Waking Cloud's family.
What do you want to know exactly? I'm sure she could tell you much better than I.
She said one of her births was difficult, and you helped her through it.
Oh, well, that's true.
We're gonna ease them
Waking
into
Cloud
it.
is a talented midwife. She certainly brought more children into the world than I have. But there are some problems she's never dealt with. One of them came up when she was having her third child, and I really didn't do much. I'm surprised she mentioned it.
Okay. Did you help the rest of her family leave Zion?
I did.
What's the matter? Did something happen?
Her 3 children are safe. They made it north weeks ago and met up with new Canaanites heading east. Her husband didn't make it. He died protecting their children from a white leg attack. Do not tell Waking Cloud. She is one of the only Sorrows who can communicate easily with us, and her tribe needs her to be strong right now.
And this is the problem. Not just in games, but in real life. You need to tell people this stuff. I know it's hard, and you know that person's going to be going through a grieving process. But if you're so selfish to withhold that information from somebody until the right time, you are not a good person. There is no right time to tell somebody, hey, by the way, your husband, the man that you love and that you want to spend the rest of your life with, is dead. And he's been dead for months. I was waiting until the right time to tell you. There is no right time. It's her husband. Don't you think she has a right to know?
To everything, there is a season. Who are you or I to put this heavy burden on her now?
You're the new Canaanite who's supposed to help lead these people, not hide things from them.
I know, you're right. I shouldn't have hidden it from her in the first place. We can't fail here again. Zion can't become the next new Canaan. The Sorrows don't deserve that. They don't deserve any of this. Sometimes I look at them and wonder if they would have been better off if those old trails had stayed forgotten. If we had never found any of them. Tell Waking Cloud if you think that's best. I won't stop you.
And this is why, personally, I don't like Daniel. Because that's pretty screwed up for somebody to do.
Until then.
Ma'am, I have bad news.
Katubiu.
About your husband. I'm afraid he was killed by White Legs during the evacuation.
What? No. You must be mistaken. Daniel would have told me.
I'm afraid so. Daniel kept it from you because he thought the grief would distract you.
How dare he? What gives him the right? I thought Daniel was my friend, but he cares nothing for the Sorrows.
We could play devil's advocate, but we will be honest. He was only doing what he thought was best for the tribe. It wasn't an easy choice for him.
Perhaps. I will have to have a very long talk with Daniel when all of this is over. Thank you for telling me this truth.
I'm here for you. Since we're already here, let's pick up a quest. So we can get our own cool Yao Guai gauntlet. Which I will never use on this playthrough, because we're not using anything other than pistols. Pistols are all that matters. think it's this cave is the one with the shaman. I think. Yes. Hello, sir.
Hola, outsider. Welcome, child of omens. You come to receive visions of truth?
What? I don't know what visions of truth means.
Take drugs, kill a bear. Seek medicine plant. Return with sacred datura root. Receive visions of truth. They guide you.
Wait a minute. What if I don't want to do any of that? Okay, then. I guess I'll just go.
Go. Return, maybe yes. Return, maybe no. But go. You have root of sacred datura?
Not yet. I had some questions. Okay, then. I guess I don't have any questions after all, buddy.
Wise man knows when to shut mouth. You may be wise, or maybe not.
I could kill all of your people. Do not disrespect me again. So long as you walk this earth. Do you understand? Okay. Hello.
You leave me no choice. I'll fight you if I must.
Unfortunately, they had no chance in hell. Yeah, so for whatever reason, this area right here is where I first found Daniel in my initial playthrough of this DLC. Brother was halfway into this rock. I don't know how he got there. I don't know why he was over there, but he was just chilling. It was great times. Just classic Fallout blasphemy. But I suppose we shouldn't be surprised, you know? This is New Vegas. Illogical things happen all of the time. Okay. So we have a couple of quests that we can do. I do want to talk to Joshua Graham. What do you mean I can't fast travel? It's quite literally down there. Okay. But we don't have to fast travel way back to the Sorrows camp because our boy is here.
By the rivers of Babylon, there we sat down. Yea, we wept, when we remembered Zion. Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it even to the foundation. O daughter of Babylon, who ought to be destroyed, happy shall he be, that rewardeth thee as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be, that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones. Do you know what it means?
You don't want to leave Zion. You'd rather kill every last one of the Whitelegs.
Given those two choices, yes. In the best of all possible worlds, they would just leave us in peace. But they won't. I don't enjoy killing, but when done righteously, it's just a chore, like any other. Practiced hands make for short work, and the good Lord knows there's much to be done here.
That's some of the most badass shit that you could ever hear. That's metal as fuck, and I love it. This conversation just got pretty dark. What was that about? Happy, dashing the little ones.
Happy are those who do the work of the Lord. Zion belongs to God and the people of God. It is a natural temple and monument to his glory. When our Lord entered the temple and found it polluted by money changers and beasts, did he ask them to leave? Did he cry? Did he simply walk away? No. He drove them out. It is one thing to forgive a slap across my cheek, but an insult to the Lord requires... No. It demands correction.
Fair enough, I guess.
I and the dead horses are prepared to do what must be done to protect Zion from the Whitelegs. And though Daniel won't accept it yet, there are many sorrows who are also prepared. They may not be warriors, but this is their home. If you have a chance to speak with Daniel about this, ask him to consider defending Zion instead of abandoning it. He has good intentions, but I fear that if we evacuate the sorrows from this place, it will be lost to them, and us, forever. Welcome back. What can I do for you?
Follows Chalk seems like he's interested in seeing more of the world.
I thought he might. It's been some time since I've visited civilized places. I don't have fond memories of them. But I have always seen these places from the outside. I'd rather not influence him more than I already do. Why don't you talk to him?
You know that means I'm going to encourage him to leave, right?
Follows Chalk needs more guidance in his life, just not from me.
Can I ask you some personal questions? And we're going to do this because it's going to reach a point to where we can't.
It's not something I enjoy, but I pray to God that someone may learn from my mistakes. What would you like to know?
Are you in much pain? Is there anything I can do to help?
You are kind to offer, but no, there's nothing you can do. We don't use chems, but I learned long ago that I'm immune to their effects. It never stops burning. My skin. Every day I have to unwind the bandages and replace them with fresh ones. Exposing my body to the air is like living through it again. But it's better to be clean than comfortable.
What do you know about the war between Caesar and NCR?
I try not to involve myself with matters of the Mojave anymore. All I know is from before the Battle of Hoover Dam.
I'm guessing you don't like Caesar very much.
Love the sinner, hate the sin. With Caesar, it's often very difficult to see through all of that sin to the person inside. I can say that we were both lucky that NCR's supply lines and land routes north of Mojave Outpost were destroyed before the Battle of Hoover Dam. Something bad happened near Death Valley, at a place called the Divide. NCR couldn't cut across anymore, and it slowed down the reinforcements. Terrible storms ripped entire companies apart before they even got to Nevada soil. The aftermath of Hoover Dam could have been even worse for Caesar.
What's at the Divide? This is alluding to the final DLC in the game, by the way.
I don't know for certain, and I don't think NCR knows either. Whatever happened at the Divide was too much for them to handle. Our Frumentari told us what they saw. Only fools and madmen would march into a place like that. All roads wind down to the same spot, the grave. They said all that's left there is a gaping wound cut into the earth, cursed and damned. No place for God-fearing folk.
Were you always with the New Canaanites?
I was born in Ogden, what people came to call New Canaan. Things were more peaceful when I was growing up. When I was a young man, I went out into the world to do missionary work, as all New Canaanites do. I traveled along the Long 15 and followed 89 south into Arizona. Along the way, I met two men from a group called the Followers of the Apocalypse. Edward Sallow and Bill Calhoun. They came to teach the tribes. Calhoun was a good man. Edward was the one who got us into trouble down the road.
Was one of those men Kaiser?
No, not then. Back then he was just Edward. Smart man. Young, but we all were. We thought we could hike into the Grand Canyon and talk to Blackfoots. We did. And the Blackfoots were friendly enough at first. But eventually... I've thought back to that day so many times. I must have mistranslated. Something must have been mixed up, because the Blackfoots decided we weren't going to leave. The rest is history, assuming Edward hasn't changed it.
How did you end up as his legate?
This way lies the path to hell. Caesar needed me to translate. Translation became giving orders. Giving orders became leading in battle. Leading in battle became training, punishing, terrorizing. A series of small mistakes before a great fall. And I stayed in that darkness until after Hoover Dam. After I failed Caesar and he had me burned alive, thrown into the Grand Canyon.
How did you survive?
I survived because the fire inside burned brighter than the fire around me. I fell down into that dark chasm. The flame burned on and on. The next morning, I woke up and crawled out of the northern edge of the Grand Canyon, that cursed place. It took me 3 months to reach New Canaan. It was as though the prodigal son had returned. They welcomed me like I had never left. Never done anything to shame them. The fire that had kept me alive was love. Their love. God's love. I will never be able to repay the debt I owe to them. But I must try.
And that should be all. I mean, I can ask him about NCR and House, but I just wanted to get through that dialogue, which is pretty darn good. And actually, I've never done this particular quest. Because, again, the other time that I played this DLC, I just kind of flew through a lot of dialogue.
Good job getting those supplies to Daniel. If you were a dead horse, you'd get a tattoo for that.
I talked to Joshua about your thoughts on civilization.
Yeah? What did he say?
We're not going to lie to him. He said he has a hard time being objective about the whole idea, and that I should give you advice.
He said that? Well, I guess you have been out there more recently than he has. So, what's your advice?
We're just going to be honest, again. Civilization isn't perfect, but neither is tribal life. You should go see it for yourself.
Really? You think so? Whew! I'm going to do it. After all this is over, I'm going to go explore civilization. Dankney, Akis, I never would have had the Growans to ask him myself.
Hell yeah. Feels good. So we can get those plants if we want, but we'll do this stuff first. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the whitelegs, so let's eradicate them. They don't deserve to be alive. Damn, this is pretty. Look at that. Don't mind me, just... Okay. I was trying to do the classic, you walk backwards as you're falling, but... maybe I fell just a bit too fast. Sorry it had to come to this, boys. Yeah, that fall would assuredly kill us. So we're not going to do that.
Nothing after all.
It's good to see you again. Haven't seen you in a long time. What are you doing? You just going on a couple leisurely strolls?
Just hanging out.
Surely we make this. Yeah. Easy game. So the Browns lost. And I'm not upset about losing. I've been a lifelong fan of them and the Detroit Lions. So of course I am prepared and used to everything being a factory of sadness. But it still hurts. Mostly because Deshaun Watson's not the guy. Get away from me. I'm not in combat, though. Okay. Classic New Vegas. We're gonna max out medicine. Then we gotta... So yes, I would like to have lockpick to be 100. But right now, the more pressing matter is survival. Junk rounds might be useful, but let's see what else we have before we make that decision. A lot of these endgame perks, I'm not really using them, you know. being less, having a lower chance to addiction is always nice, but honestly, we might do some intense training. So we can get our int to be 10. We could get 10 luck. This will allow us to carry more stuff. But I'll be real. Higher endurance seems really nice right now. It'll make us tankier. Where is this lady at? Yo, this guy is... You're just teleporting around? Like, what's going on with that? I'm assuming she had to run across the entire map.
Those tents down there.
Scared the shit out of me.
That is a White Leg war camp. Do you see the war totems they've erected around the tents? White Leg warriors pray to them for strength and savagery before battle. This is no raiding band.
So, any advice on how to deal with the situation?
You might rush them and take them by surprise. We would be badly outnumbered then, though, and these will be strong fighters. We might also use their superstition against them. White Leg warriors believe that to lose their totems on the eve of battle is a terrible omen.
So the totems are sacred to them somehow. Good to know.
Yes. If their war totems were to disappear, they would likely lose the will to fight.
All right.
I will follow your command, but I advise caution if it is possible.
I understand that you are not a fighter, my dear, but I did all of that without your help. So I think it's safe to say I know what I'm doing.
I wish you could have met my family. You would like them, I think.
Yeah.
I have this under control.
I'm sure I would. You seem like a great person. You're just not really the greatest fighter, but it's all right. You provide for your family, and that's all that really matters. Whereas me, I have no family. But there's one thing that I enjoy doing.
No choice.
Violence. That was kind of badass. She's just on fire. Still attacking. Kind of neat. Let's see what we can make here. We can make some drugs, if we so chose. Gecko steak. Let's make that. That is pretty far. So for this DLC, pistols only is pretty cool. Hello, doggy. Hope you're having a great day. For the previous one, it was rough. Because taking out those robo-scorpions with a pistol is hard. If you had a plasma or a laser pistol, it's easy. I'm not allowing myself to do that, so...
I'll fight you if I must.
It's kind of rough.
Let's move on. I'll fight you if I must.
I don't have the best aim, but surely that hit.
Let's move on. I don't like to linger in this place.
I'm sure you don't. I am sure you are afraid of this place because of the father of the caves. Which way am I going?
I have seen many strange plants in the valley. Plants that seem to hunger for human flesh. Where they come from, I do not know.
Lots of spooky traps here. Might behoove us to activate our light. So in these terminals, you can find some pretty cool lore. It's not what this run is necessarily about, but you kind of get an idea on who the father of the caves is or was. If I had to recommend a video on that, please watch. There's a YouTuber called Synonymous. And so you type his name in and then look up the Survivalist video. You will learn about this guy named Randall Clark, who was the survivalist. Pretty cool, if I do say so myself. Onward. Deeper into this abyssal cave. I guess we're going back from whence we came, right? Yeah. How far away is this? Pretty far. We love fast traveling, do we not? We're gonna have to switch weapons pretty soon. Hello, sir. All right. There was absolutely no need for that, buddy.
I need healing powder.
No, you're fine. You don't look so good, friend. Sir, can you stop? We could have been friends. There was no need for any of this.
I spend so long scouting on my own that I forget what human company is like. I'll fight you if I must.
Yeah, you handle that. Handle my light work.
This one is mine.
I believe in you. Outstanding. The form was immaculate. I am very proud of you. And if you were curious, I am siding with Joshua Graham. Daniel wants these people to escape.
You leave me
but
no choice.
if these people escape,
Yao Guai. Even our strongest hunters could not hope to kill so many. There must be a nest nearby.
big deal. I've killed worse.
I hope that is truth and not a boast. But I will respect your leadership.
We'd better get to work then. Trust me. If you think Yao Guai are bad, you've not experienced the pain and terror that is a death claw. But yeah, like,
This is Pine Creek, one of the only ways out of Zion Valley. Watch out. Many dangerous beasts lair nearby.
Sweetheart, I'm trying to talk, okay? Thanks.
so let's say these people escape. Good. They have a new land. But that means you're going to ingrain into all of these people that they should always run away from their problems. Anytime a group sees them, they're going to be passive and it's going to happen again and again. Or you teach them how to fight and they hold their ground and they eradicate everything. They can still be decent people, but now they know how to stand up for themselves. Seems like a no-brainer to me. We do not run from our problems.
We pass like moonlight on still water. I'll fight you if I must.
River Monsters is a fantastic show if you've not seen it. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So we're not going to return to Daniel quite yet. We're going to go in the area, but we're going to start this quest so we can get ourselves our very own fancy, cool Yao Guai gauntlet. Where is that thing? Like, surely. Maybe it's up higher. I think so. You know what I have a massive craving for? Ben & Jerry's. Strawberry cheesecake ice cream. That sounds absolutely divine. Maybe I have to go through the cave to get that. I don't remember. One way to find out. Hello, sir.
Let's move on. I don't like to linger in this place.
There's nothing to worry about.
Let's move on. I don't like to linger in this place.
There's nothing to fear except fear itself. We must get past our superstitions.
I have seen many strange plants in the valley. Plants that seem to hunger for human flesh. Where they come from, I do not know.
I guess it was not here. But you get a decent amount of food here, so I suppose that's not a bad gig. onward we go. In an attempt to get the plants we need. Yeah, that just has to be higher up. Whatever. We will get that one last, I suppose. As far as difficulty goes, I would say this is the easiest of the Fallout New Vegas DLCs. Although Old World Blues is also pretty easy. Like it's not hard per se, but it's not gonna make you say, "Oh my God, this is rough." Lonesome Road is not great. It's extremely rough to say the least. But Dead Money, I found, is also very hard. Specifically because you can't bring any of your OP stuff. Like, let's say you have a sniper build. You have power armor. You can trivialize death claws and all kinds of stuff. You can just headshot them with your anti-material rifle and you call it a day. Dead Money, you take what the DLC gives you.
I have seen many strange plants in the valley. Plants that seem to hunger for human flesh. Where they come from, I do not know.
Okay, so there's one ahead of us across one of these bridges. The other must be across that far bridge. Hello.
Good.
Gut, yes. Guten Tag. Hello. One more to go. Now let's think about this for a second. I think maybe we can just wrap around and go over here. I think that's how you do it, right? Surely this is the way. Yes. Now we can return to our shaman friend who wants to get us high as a kite. We can take our illicit substances. Start tripping balls. Kill a Yao Guai monster that is more than likely not even real. We're just tripping. Juten a band. A band over. Ah, he's sleeping. Hey, Whitebird, wake the fuck up.
You have root of sacred datura?
I have the sacred datura here.
These roots made sacred vision tea. You drink, you see path before you. Ready?
All right, let's do this.
Drink. Tea is strong. Tea is bitter. Wisdom is strong. Wisdom is bitter. You see? You go to cave. Find ghost of she. Lay ghost to rest. This your quest. Bring peace where was strife. Go.
We're tripping, baby. Let's go. I think we have to walk there. If I remember correctly, it's not going to let you fast travel. So we're just gonna walk the path whilst absolutely sauced. So here's a little background on this quest. It's called Ghost of She because the Sorrows, they don't get their name when they're born. They have to go through a process and then they get their name, kind of like as like a rite of passage into adulthood. So kids don't have names. So this girl, who we just call she wanders off and she's killed by a Yaoguai, and it's said that they kind of fused into one creature, into one spirit thing. So that's why this Yaoguai is called Ghost of She. It's kind of like a memorial, in a way, to this child.
I am always a little sad to leave the Narrows, and happy to return.
That's cool, man.
That's really cool.
So yeah, our quest is to lay this ghostly, crazy-looking Yaoguai to rest. And we will see how crazy this thing is here in a bit. It's pretty gnarly. And of course, there's theories on, like, is this real? Like, is this like a real creature in the Fallout world? Or is this just a result of us tripping balls?
I'll fight you if I'm not.
Hey, man.
I can't keep up with pace. I will not leave my children orphans.
Alright. I tell you what, I will be very excited when this drug wears
I have
off.
this under control.
Just gonna hip fire and run backwards. We will use Maria. Has really good DPS and it fires stupidly fast. We are going the right way. Kinda. I think once we get past this rock, we'll be able to just go up this really long path. We are still tripping balls, which is why the screen is distorted. Sorry it had to end like that, friends. But you are abominations and you gotta go. Just keep backing up and shooting. It'll work eventually. Yaogwai are tough. But again, Deathclaws are absolutely ruthless. They run faster, and they hit harder. We're almost there. Here we go.
It's never brave enough to try to find it.
The ghost of She. It's this Yaogwai that's literally on fire. Which it was not really challenging, to be completely honest with you. But we did it. Now we can stop tripping balls.
Does Ghost of She like quiet and grave?
It's done.
Then visions of truth are at an end. Will you learn from truth? Maybe yes, maybe no. Only for you to decide. Here, take. Gift to remind you of visions. Use well, or sell to curio trader. Either way, says much about you.
Okay. That little trip, pun not intended, is over. She's Embrace is a cool weapon, but I don't give a shit. I really don't. I cannot be bothered. Let's do another quest. Ah, that's the only quest that we have available. Time to find our boy Daniel. We are approaching the point of no return that I spoke of earlier. Where the fuck is this guy? He's way up there. Great.
Fantastic.
I don't mind walking across the entire world to speak to Daniel. It's what I long for. It's what I live for. So you're not going to let me jump up these rocks, please? No? All right. Keep your secrets. I love all these, like, invisible walls that are in a lot of these older games. Like, oh, no, man, this, we know you want to go this way, but this is not the intended path. Is he down here now? Daniel, you fuck. I hate having to find you, buddy.
I'm glad to see you're still with us. How can I help you?
You mentioned you need healing powder. I have some if you're still interested.
Ah, that's great news. We can use anything you can offer.
Take 5 of my healing powders. In fact, no. Take all I have.
Your generosity is... well, I just can't thank you enough.
Look at that. We gained some karma.
We're a good person again.
I checked on everything in the valley and got you the map of Grand Staircase.
I appreciate it. Well, that's it. This is all we need. Now all that's left is to quietly pack up and try to get out of here without being noticed. That's assuming that Joshua won't try to stop me. And that he hasn't talked you into fighting the Whitelegs despite what I've said. Don't worry, I don't hold it against you. You're an outsider. Fighting seems like the practical solution. I'll tell you again. There's more at stake.
Here we are. No going back. Whether you decide whether the Sorrow should fight or flee, your decision will set their destiny irrevocably in motion, which means this cannot be changed. You will be unable to finish any remaining quests in Zion once you make your decision, so choose wisely. We're going to side with Joshua Graham. We will not be doing this pacifist blasphemy that Daniel wants us to do. I will explore a bit, so I'm gonna say that I need to think about it. We're gonna pump survival. Old World Gourmet might be good. Maximizing any bit of healing that you can get will be important. $30 more HP is nice, but being able to utilize our food, that just seems to be the only option worth taking. So this is a small map, but there's stuff that we can explore. Like this tunnel has not been explored. These three things have not been explored. So we're going to do that quickly. Maybe 10 minutes or so. Then we can knock out this final battle. I don't know how she even got down there without dying. That's genuinely impressive. Though I have a sneaking suspicion that she just kind of jumped down. Sir, can you be still? Just either run away or fight me. We can't do both. You have to pick one. I also kind of want to trade with Joshua Graham one more time. See if there's more dialogue to him as well. Did this thing just fall to its death? Like, what the fuck? I love this game. Oh my god. In fact, yes, we almost assuredly want to trade with our boy one last time. We are very heavy, and before we take on this final battle, it would be pretty wise to lighten our load. Okay, so let's go west. I've never explored this particular cave. So this will be, ma'am, why are you like this? Why do you do this? You just give me jump scares like I'm playing like Faz or Lethal or something. You gotta stop, please. All right. Our boy Randall Clark was here, so there's gonna be booby traps everywhere. How deep does that go? We have a rebreather. Shit. All right. We're fine. All is well. Yeah, that doesn't look spooky at all. See what we have here. Just random supplies and whatnot. Survival cache is nice. There's more lore that you can get from this terminal. Imagine almost breaking a bobby pin on a very easy lockpick challenge. Right, what can we make? Nothing really that I would want to use, so we don't make anything. We're 14 pounds overweight. And there's not really anything that... Wait, maybe I misspoke. We need to drop 6. Can we do it? Now 5. We can drop some of these explosives. We can eat some stuff. That was the wrong thing, because that weighs 0.4. And of course, our lady friend. She is of no use. And we go the other way. It's a cool little cave, though. And I suppose you could just do this if you didn't have a rebreather. You just take those little air pockets. This probably just leads to that door. Yeah. Cave explored.
Someday you will see it as it was.
She's just somewhere in the cave talking to herself. Dog, we don't have to do this, man.
This one is mine.
We didn't have to do that. You could have lived a long and really nice life. But instead, you chose senseless violence. Hopefully our boy Joshua's here. And not just in like an odd place while we decide what we want to do. Ah, yes, of course. Because why would he be where I need him to be? Okay, well. I suppose we have no choice. Maybe we can trade with old Daniel first.
Unless you and Joshua have any...
Oh no, this is, whatever. I think Joshua's right. We should fight the White Legs.
No. Why?
Why?
Why? Haven't you seen enough of what's going on here to see that the Sorrows don't need to butcher the Whitelegs for a piece of land? What Joshua wants is more than an attack. He wants a slaughter. And he needs more than you and the dead horses to do it. The Sorrows can't be pushed into this. You and Joshua don't have the right to force them into it. Please, consider what I'm saying.
Daniel, you're a fucking coward. And you have the right to pull them off of their land?
I've already explained to them that we're leaving. They've accepted it. What is Joshua going to tell them about being a warrior? What are you going to tell them about how to live with themselves after they got lost in the moment, killed someone who didn't deserve to die? Or does that not matter? Is that just an acceptable consequence if it means holding on to this valley? Maybe there is no place left in this world for mercy. But even if it tramples me into the dust, I will never accept it. And I will never condone it. Joshua must be waiting for you. I'll stay here with the others as I told them I would.
Daniel was such a fucking coward. I absolutely hate him. I'm sure there's an achievement for siding with him versus Joshua. I just don't think I could ever just accept myself as a human being if I sided with this coward piece of shit. He's a scumbag. I mean, you want these people to run away from all of their problems. And then when they face problems down the line, instead of defending themselves, you're just going to tell them to run away every single time. The Sorrows would never have a backbone. But old Daniel, their savior, yeah, he has all the answers. No gracias. Fucking hate him.
Thank you for this. I know Daniel doesn't approve, but destroying the Whitelegs is the only way to ensure the Sorrows can remain in Zion. You and I will lead a group of Dead Horse warriors and Sorrows hunters into 3 Marys from this position. Our objective is to find the Whitelegs leader, Salt upon Wounds, and prevent him from fleeing. Show no quarter to the Whitelegs we come across. Make no mistake about why we are here. This is an extermination.
You're goddamn right, brother. Let's do it.
God be with you.
Joshua Graham is giving you the Way of the Canaanite perk. While Joshua Graham is in your party, any 45 caliber auto pistol you use has less spread and is twice as likely to score critical hits. I don't even know if I have any ammunition for that damn thing.
The time for talk is past. The Lord's work must be done.
We are 7 pounds overloaded, so honestly, I'm just gonna eat a bunch of food. Drop a couple things. It hurts, but gotta cut some weight. And that'll do. Yeah, I have no ammunition for this thing whatsoever. It's a little unfortunate, but it's okay.
Die where you stand.
What a Chad. What do we think about pineapple on pizza? What are your views? For me personally, I don't mind it. But I'm not just gonna order it. Like, I'm not the guy that's gonna say, oh, dude, you know what I'm in the mood for? Pineapple on my fucking pizza. You will never, so long as I walk this earth, hear me say that. But if somebody was to say, hey man, do you want to split a pineapple pizza, or here's a slice of it, then yeah, sure man, why not? I don't mind it, but it's just not what I prefer. And I've heard a lot of arguments that people just pull out of their ass. One was, oh well, your palate isn't developed enough. Bro, that is something that you might say to a child, because you only give your child specific foods.
Die where you stand.
But me personally, I spent 2 years in South Korea, ate Korean food, Japanese food. I've consumed traditional Chinese food, which is not the same as like American Chinese food, stuff that you have at like takeout or whatever. It's completely different. But I've had tons of Arabic food from my time in that region of the world. So I have a pretty diverse palate. So that's not going to work on me for somebody to just say, oh no, your palate is just trash. Negative ghostwriter. Hello, friend. You don't look so good, sweetheart. What's wrong? Yes. It would appear that I have to jump on top of this car. Let's do some VATS magic. Very interesting. Anyway. So we're gonna have to go in the river. Then you follow this really annoying winding path. The fuck is that sound? In comparison to Old World Blues, there's not really a lot to explore in this DLC. So even if you go through a ton of stuff, right, you don't have a lot of things that you can, like, do. This one is more so focused on story, which I don't mind at all. Like, I don't mind that. It's the next one. I'm big on story and lore. It's just, I know some people like to come back to DLC areas and explore more, or they just like more substance to their DLCs. So I could get it if this isn't your favorite. I like it though, because it ties in a lot of stuff between the Legion and this story. Fills in tons of gaps, and you get more prelude to Lonesome Road and Ulysses. We have friends. Hello, ladies. How are you? Yes, Nayu is right. Nah, you guys got it. You don't need me. Don't mind me. I'm just walking around. I guess he didn't have a health bar. Maybe none of them had health bars. Health bars aren't real. The government created them.
This is taking too long. We can't let salt upon wounds escape. I'm going to find a way around. God willing, we will finish this together.
Right. We lost the perk. But really all that means is that we just have to find another route. Should have been this way, but they blew it up. So we must go around somehow. Hello. My accuracy with this thing is trash. I feel like this is the same exact way that I just came. Maybe not. I feel like it was. That is brutal as shit, buddy. I like it. He's already dead. Took him down execution style. Made sure he had a mind-blowing experience. I support you.
You can kumpa me.
Just take it, guys. Accept your fate. The sooner you do that, the sooner you can find peace. We're almost there. Hello, friend.
Yeah, that.
No ammunition. That's cool. Please get away from me, you tribal bastards. You're far too poor to be in my presence. Okay, guys. Okay. I didn't want to do the whole VATS thing, but this whole going in circles business, not a fan. Here we go.
We warned you at Syracuse, and you persisted. You took advantage of us at New Canaan to drive us out, and like the dogs of Caesar you are, you followed us to Zion. And now you stand on holy ground, a temple to God's glory on earth. The only use for an animal in our temple is sacrifice. Kale wachene conserva o. You understand me, don't you? Don't you?
Our leg is
Out,
tripping
man.
the fuck out.
Kunaman mad. He killed all white legs. You talk. You stop.
Yo, we have three hilarious options. We can do like the peaceful or like the chill one. Whoa, this isn't what I signed up for. Let me talk to Joshua about this. We can do the honorable death. You're right. We're going to kill you, but not like this. Defend yourself. Or we can be just a complete asshole and do our sneering imperialist. Whatever. Joshua, put a cap in General Gobbledygook over here. Let's choose the middle ground. We're not going to have him executed. We're going to allow salt upon wounds to defend himself so I can blow his brains out. You're right. We're going to kill you, but not like this. Defend yourself.
You can no ni kumpa me. Deya you.
Deya you kanasala. Bro has a lot of health, surprisingly.
It's the same end he would have met if he had died on his knees. But I suppose this was for the sake of the dead horses and sorrows. Still, thanks to your help and the grace of God, the White Lake won't be troubling Zion anymore. Let's go find Daniel. Tomorrow we'll be here soon enough, and there is much to do.
And so it was that the conflict between the New Canaanites and the Whitelegs was finally resolved. The courier's involvement had tipped the scale, shifting the fragile balance of power.
Despite their defeat at Three Marys and the death of their war chief, the Whitelegs were determined to pursue the other New Canaanites. But when they finally tracked down their prey in Colorado, they discovered the tables had been turned. The Whitelegs who survived the New Canaanites' ambushes were hunted down by dead horses before they could reach the safety of the Great Salt Lake. When word of the Whitelegs' diminished numbers reached the 80s tribe, war was declared, and by year's end, the Whitelegs had been wiped out.
The Sorrows fought beside Joshua Graham and the dead horses, eradicating the threat the Whitelegs posed to Zion. When the courier and Joshua Graham felled Salt upon Wounds, their victory was celebrated with a great feast. The Sorrows' transformation from a peaceful, timid tribe into a proud and warlike people broke Daniel's heart.
Fuck Daniel.
He tried to take solace in the knowledge that they would remain in Zion, but it was a small comfort. The Sorrows' innocence was lost.
Having helped eradicate the Whitelegs from Zion, the dead horses returned to Dead Horse Point in triumph. They remained neutral toward the Sorrows, but as years went on, there were periods of competitive friction, even violence between the tribes. The New Canaanites, Daniel especially, intervened regularly as mediators, but found it difficult to reconcile the tribe's conflicts.
The defeat of the Whitelegs in Zion marked a turning point in the fortunes of the Happy Trails Caravan Company. Every 2 months, the caravan met with the New Canaanites in Zion Valley to trade. Happy Trails soon returned to prosperity. The vigilance of the Sorrows and dead horses in defending southwestern Utah, initially startling to Happy Trails caravans, soon proved a blessing. The tribes united against the 80s, driving them back from Highway 50, and thus opening yet another trading route for Happy Trails caravans.
Follows Chuck took the courier's words to heart and decided that he would behold the sights and sounds of distant lands with his own eyes and ears. After returning to Dead Horse Point, he quarreled with his family and other tribe members about his ambitions. One morning, they awoke to discover that Follows Chuck had set off alone, westward, into the wilderness. He was never seen again.
Waking Cloud was distraught when she learned of her husband's death, but took comfort from her tribe and the compassion of the New Canaanites. She forgave Daniel for having concealed her husband's fate from her, and learned to accept his fate. When her grief faded, she took a husband from the Dead Horse tribe. At her bidding, he stayed close to home.
Though the courier had stopped Joshua Graham from executing Salt upon Wounds, the war chief still fell in battle. The Whitelegs defeated at Three Marys. Joshua led the Sorrows and dead horses in tending to their comrades and burning the corpses of their foes. He continued to advocate militant opposition to the enemies of New Canaan, and showed little quarter to those he fought. And yet he was changed. He no longer reveled in the brutality and cruelty for which he had been known in his former life. His inner demons, if not extinguished, were at the least appeased.
For years after the defeat of the Whitelegs, Daniel did his best to minister to the Sorrows' spiritual needs. Try as he might, he could not hold back the tribe's increasing militancy and reverence of Joshua Graham. Demoralized, he returned to his family in Dead Horse Point. His failures haunted him for the rest of his days.
And with that, the courier walked out of the history of the tribes of Zion and back to the gathering storm of the Mojave Wasteland.
There it is. So we get some cool stuff. We get a very special 45 auto pistol. Some nice drip from our homies. You love to see it. This is where we are on the map. Looks familiar. This is where we started. And this is where it ends. Overall, man, it's a... At least in my opinion, it's a darn good DLC. Of course, we run into the problem of not being able to carry all this stuff. When in doubt, eat your food. And we go. Back in the home sweet home, that is, the Mojave Wasteland. And we take this stuff that we left. That's it. For us, that was just under 4 hours, which ain't bad. And realistically, it was about maybe 3.5 or not even that. Because for the first few minutes, we, took our frustration out on some fiends. So let's go to the gun runners.
Welcome, sir, or Matt.
So we can offload a lot of this stuff. We keep pistols, of course. But anything else is not needed. In no way would I ever keep Daniel's gear. Fuck Daniel. He's a scumbag. Get rid of some of this stuff. Then, I'm sure I have some miscellaneous things that I can cut a bit of weight with. Now, let's restock on ammo. We didn't burn through a whole lot, but yeah, they don't really have anything else that I want. It's looking pretty good. For the next DLC that we'll take on, which is going to be Dead Money, none of this ammo matters, so we can't take any of that stuff with us. But for base game, having a very large supply of ammunition. It's never a bad thing. Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Resupply on stim packs. But after that, I mean, I think that'll do it for the stream. Compared to what I typically do, which is really long streams. I mean, the story
You're back. Do you need medical
of
attention?
that DLC is so damn short that I think that's just a good place to call it. Okay, 13 stim. See, that's what we're talking about, baby. Let's go. Can we recoup any of this money? We sure freaking can. We have 31 stems, 12 super stems. For the next New Vegas stream, we might get into dead money, but I kind of just want to do the base game for our next stream. I want to level up a lot more. I want my survival to be really high. Same with some other stats.
Hey there.
That way we can just be prepared for it. I'm sure you understand why that matters. And that'll do. See, now we have tons of ammunition for every pistol that's on our hotbar. Even with the variants, which is good. Because you might be in some really prolonged firefights. Like, you might wipe out the entire Legion at, like, Cottonwood Cove and then at the fort. And if you're trying to use one specific firearm because you like it more, you don't want to consistently just change weapons and stuff like that. Kind of messes your flow up a bit. We should be using you, not the other. That is 201 DPS, 37 damage. Yeah, it's not even close. It is not even close. The rate of fire is much higher as well. Let's look at some stuff here. Twitch is losing its fucking mind right now. Okay. So why don't we end this with a raid? Try to be a decent human being. We are gonna raid somebody that is also playing New Vegas. Looks like they are in the Dead Money DLC. So let's go. Again, thank you all for watching. I appreciate you. Check out our Discord, and you can also look at my schedule to see what games I'll be playing and what days. Y'all take care.